Everyone loves scrolling on their phone these days. And when I was 16, I actually deleted TikTok off my phone. Like before that, I didn't realise scrolling was a bad thing. And I never really scrolled. I only started scrolling because everyone else was, and I wanted to be in the latest fucking trends and like knew what was happening in the world. Like, as stupid as that sounded, that's why I downloaded TikTok. And I just started fucking watching TikTok every day. And I thought, fuck this, I'm deleting it. And I wouldn't watch it. Then I got with my ex-girlfriend when I was like 16, my first like actual love. And I would just scroll on her phone instead. Like I would use like basically her as a like basically just to scroll her as my dopamine source, just to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna scroll on your fucking phone instead. And I would just scroll. And I would do that for fucking hours when I was with her. And she even said to me, wait, you can't just delete TikTok off your phone and start scrolling on my phone. And it never registered in my brain. I was like, oh yeah, shut up. But it's so fucking true. Like, you can't just delete TikTok off your phone and start scrolling on your fucking exes. That's just stupid. So what I'm going to say is, why do you actually struggle with scrolling on your phone? Is it just because you're not having no fun time in your life? Like, for example, not last weekend, the weekend before, I went to the Peak District. I jumped off some cliffs. I fucking did some fucking hiking, and that was really fun. Like, what did you do last weekend? You went to the gym, okay. You went for a run, all right. You went to the park and you went to go see your friends, but they're not actually friends, you don't like them. I understand that, but you need to find these people you actually like hang around with, because if you keep on hanging around with bums, you're going to become a bum. It's so true, everyone knows the same, but it's so true. You're the 5 people you hang around. Hello. You're the 5 people you hang around with, but like if you just hang around with dickheads, you're going to become a dickhead, aren't you? Like, that's just fucking like life, isn't it? Like, and everyone knows that saying, and I need to learn this myself, because sometimes I do feel like I'm hanging around with people who's like dragging me down, and that's why I can't elevate. And it's hard to think like that, because you're probably thinking these are your friends, but it's true, bro. The closest people to you are the people who will drag you down in life, and you won't see it happening. Every time I cut off friends, bro, I became better. Like, in fact, I just became better. So, like, my first friendship group, I was only friends with them because I used to only do drugs. Like, I would only do drugs and go to the park and do drugs. And we used to sit there for hours, high as fuck. Like, I don't really know why I used to hang out with these people. I had nothing in common with them. I had nothing in common with them at all. And basically, I just used to do drugs with them. And they used to be like, nah, this is my bro, fam. This is my bro. And we used to just drink alcohol and fucking smoke weed. That's all we would do every single day. That's all I did from 12 to 16. Smoke weed every single day with my bros, with my friends. And I'm so glad something clicked in my head, and I stopped hanging around with them people. And do you know what happened? I haven't smoked weed since I was fucking 16 years old. I went to Amsterdam the other day and I got tempted to smoke weed. I still didn't. Like, this is one of the things I'm not going to do. I'm just not going to smoke weed. Like, maybe fucking in the future I'll have an edible or something like that. Maybe. But like, right now, no. And my other friendship group I got in, I just ended up getting in loads of trouble with them. Like, I started basically doing loads of antisocial behaviour. I had to go to court a few times and stuff like that. But that's a different story for another time. And when I stopped hanging around with them, I stopped doing that antisocial behaviour. So it was like a night and day difference. And once I stopped doing that behaviour, I became a better person. And when I found my other friends, my friends now, I became such a better person. I became such a better person overall. And I love myself now. So I need to ask myself this question, and you do as well. Are the friends you hang around with right now holding you down or pushing you up?